Hi, Leo. All right. Okay. First of all, let's start off with the basics. This is your weekly tarot card reading, Leo, from Born Without Boundaries. This is the first part of a two-part reading. The second part is over on Vimeo. The link is always below. It's 2 readings in 1 video. It's your Leo-specific romance reading as well as your extended near personal reading. And this video comes out every single Friday with Cancer and Virgo before 6 a.m. Los Angeles time. So please do subscribe to the channel so you can get those notifications when your favorite content comes out. Be sure to watch your moon sign, your rising sign, and your sun sign. Leo, I'm not going to pull shit with you. There's some crazy stuff going on. And it's not on the up and up. Let's put it this way. If you are a lady, Leo, you are deeply spiritual, highly intuitive, and I think you may be using that in some ways that are nefarious, or there's a presence in your life that is being deceptive to you. If you have a lady in your life, straight up, she's keeping something from you. She's intuitive. She knows enough to be able to sort of move her way around, but she's keeping secrets. She's keeping secrets, and you're probably extremely attracted to this person because she's foxy, she's good looking, she's got a lot going on for her, and you're attracted to how maybe you're attracted to how spiritual she is. But the truth is, the spirituality is deceptive, Leo. It's not true spirituality. It's showmanship. She uses it for the wrong reasons. Or like I said, she could be a truly spiritual person, but she is definitely still keeping some shit from you. This is what, listen, this is what I get. This is what I get from the Lenormand cards. So this is usually a very deeply spiritual woman. Could also be that she's having secrets, she has secrets, she's keeping something back, or there's emotions that she's trying to withhold. And then Fox came out first. So there's some sort of deception. Now, sometimes this combination, somebody could be keeping something from you, or you're keeping something from them because you think it's what's best. You don't want to say everything. You don't want to tell everything. Or like I said, part of the attraction is definitely that, she has such a keen sense of spirituality. But there's something that you're trying to keep secret or keep hidden. And then there's the potential for intentional malice and deception. So let's get deeper into your cards, Leo. That's Cookie Toy is my dog. That's Kisses. She says hi. Kisses the cocker. She says hi. Memories. Cherish memories of loved ones. But you know what? This is coming out in reverse. And Peacock, raise your standards. This is coming out in reverse. You can't stop thinking about somebody. Or the way that things used to be. Maybe in some ways, the way that things used to be were always an illusion. They weren't really how you perceived them. The way that you remember it is different than it really was, because there's an idealist situation going on. Like it's idyllic. It's not really perfect. Or this was somebody who was always intentionally deceptive and very arrogant and very stuck on themselves. Somebody who was very pompous and you don't like them. You remember how it felt to be deceived. And that could also be part of the issue right now, because if you're not with this deceptive person now, the person that you're with, it's bringing up memories. It's bringing up those feelings of how you used to feel, or you're getting those feelings again because a similar thing is happening and you're intuitively picking it up. So let's get deeper into the reading. Leo. Oh, this has something to do with love. It has something to do with food, love, and decadence. So this is celebration, partying, happy, decadence, maybe even a little bit of gluttony. And this is love. It's pretty blatant. You could be a glutton for love. You could be a glutton for punishment in love. And then we have house, which is the body or the actual family. I don't know. This could be divorce. So it could very well be that you ended up in divorce. This relationship ended up in divorce. Maybe you thought it never would, but it did. or there's been struggle, some sort of turmoil in the family because of this. Yeah, this was a wedding. This was a wedding that happened a while ago, though. This is a wedding in your past, and definitely a divorce, and then a new love, and things seemed to go pretty well. There was festivities, there was celebration. Okay, that seems interesting. But the reason it's coming up together is that there seems, Leo, to be some sort of link or connection between these people. And I don't know, I can't put my hands on it yet, but we're gonna get there. I will hope. Yeah, you're holding out hope that you can trust this person, but there's feelings here that yeah, it's still coming up in reverse. So you don't hold out much hope anymore that you could make this situation work, or that you could turn this situation around, or maybe you lost hope or lost faith in having a connection, or it was hard for you to have relationships after this sort of relationship broke up. It's almost like I was going to say this relationship didn't fit into your family. This person didn't fit into your family. Maybe they weren't accepted by your family. Maybe your family never liked them. Or simply, like I said, a divorce, a partnership, perhaps because somebody was cheating. And that made you lose faith and have a sort of distrust. But in some ways, it's almost like you're trying to recreate that. There's this female, especially if you're dealing with a female. It's like you're trying to recreate that somehow. You're trying to recreate this love or this moment in time. I'm telling you right now, you're not being true to yourself. You're not being honest with yourself. Forget about your truth and what you deserve. Leo, you're not being honest with yourself. You're not. There's some sort of tomfoolery going on up here. Leo. Material harvest. You've been focused on moving on. Somebody's moving on. You've been focused on your money too. Sacral chakra. There's something sitting on your chest that wants to come up. That's your powerhouse. Sacral chakra is sort of like your diaphragm area, right below your heart chakra. It's the powerhouse, sort of like the fuel pump for all the energy in your body. And somehow this is in the past. I think you put a lot of energy, let's put it this way. I think you put a lot of energy into this person. And then we have moving on. Material harvest, it's weird. Material harvest was upright and then it just turned around. That means that this divorce cost you a great deal, or this breakup cost you a great deal, and you may have had to let go, or you're going to lose a lot if this person leaves, or if this divorce happens, because you had a great deal of material harvest. You had a great deal of healthy things, happy things, but this person could get a piece of it or somehow take a piece of you with them. And I think you're starting to think in terms of that. And that may be pissing you off. I mean, listen, I think sensically speaking, it would piss anybody off. But you're definitely thinking, or you could be in some ways thinking of moving on and leaving money behind just to be able to move on. There's a lot of moonology cards. I'll tell you why, because we had that solar eclipse. And it's like this moon eclipsed the sun for a second. So the dark side of yourself, the side that you try to keep secret, eclipsed your bright side, which means that maybe some things were exposed that you didn't want people to see. And then we have your commitment is being tested. Okay, this is in reverse. It's time to release negative energy. This is in reverse. We have your dreams need a practical plan. That's in reverse. And the energy is gaining momentum. Something has stalled. Something has stalled. This is Taurus energy. It's like something has stalled. Somebody isn't putting in the work or energy or effort anymore. There's also a sense of money not coming in, or money being turned off somehow, or being interrupted. I also think in some ways, all you can think of is the bad, or you just really just like, there's a lot of fear right now wrapped around inside of you. And it's all coming from this like eclipse. It's all coming from feelings, out of control feelings that you couldn't control for a while. Now they've kind of like run loose. And in some ways you feel like you failed this test, or some situation in your life has failed the test. But then we have some upright moon energy. So the answers you need are coming. This is Gemini energy. Just talking to somebody, communications, direct communications with the individual, not with somebody associated with them. A fiery climax approaches. So this could be a pretty heated conversation where the two of you butt heads a great deal. Hopefully there'll be a lot of truth telling there. And then have faith in your dreams. In some ways you think that if you just talk about things or fight them out, then you'll be able to redeem the situation, or that somehow that I feel like that's your hope. Yeah, you may actually want to try to start a relationship over, or start something new. You're realizing something that you hadn't noticed before. This is a replay of a former relationship. All this karma is coming around now. Leo. Okay. Have fun. Yeah, you lost that love and feeling. You stopped having fun. Relationships aren't always fun, but it's almost like things got too serious. Put others first. Things got too serious. You stopped having fun. And there was one of you, one of the other, or both of you, somehow stopped putting others first. Maybe in some ways you started working so hard, you left your family and you left your family behind, or like somebody's work kept taking them away from the relationship. Then we have take no offense, and this is taking everything personally. It's all building up because it's like the fun stopped, maybe because the two of you were too busy. You stopped paying attention to each other's needs, and then everything started adding up because you started taking things too personally. You started taking everything too personally because you weren't listening to each other's needs. You thought, oh, there's something more to that. All because you two stopped having fun. Somebody went to work. There was too much work. There wasn't enough fun or play. All of it is like a triangle influencing and impacting each other. Like, that's what's going on here. If you really want to solve these problems, you need to go back to the root of them, which means letting work go, like not doing the extra work so that you guys could focus on each other. Change the scenery. Maybe you just needed to get away for a while, and maybe that's what's suggested. Or maybe like somebody, one of you, this is definitely a relationship reading. Somebody just needed to needed to go away for a while. Needed to not be around each other, like take some space from each other. Because this might have been terminal. Start anew. But in some ways, it's like this might have been terminal, but at the same time, you weren't ready to start a new relationship. You weren't ready to like call it quits. You weren't ready to start over, even though it felt like it might be dying. I think you knew that maybe you may have taken this break from this relationship because in some ways you knew, or maybe this break itself brought you closer to it being finished. But you knew if you didn't take this break that things were going to get even worse. But yeah, there's definitely cause for alarm in this circumstance between the two of you. And you know that already. And I think in some ways, it's not an emergency, it's coming out in reverse. It is an emergency. There has to be some sort of intervention, or else you're going to miss your chance. This is the energy of being given, being giving. It's better to give than receive. You've received so much, you've done so well in your life. Maybe this partner and you were partners in like charity or charity work, or you met through charity. You two liked the same things, believed in the same causes. This person was easy to talk to, very similar to you, very similar interests, very similar sort of like pay wage. And you both had a lot to give, and you loved spending time with each other, sharing with each other. Okay. This is current. Whoever you're with now. Don't compromise is turned upside down. I think you compromised. To be honest with you, I don't think that whoever you're thinking of or spending time with now is who you actually really want, because this comes out, which means that you settled. There needs a change. You need to change things, because deep in your heart, you know something ain't right. Change things for the better. Listen to your heart, because your heart is going to lead you to the right direction. You have a soulmate. You have a soulmate that wants to come in, and you need to change this direction right now. If you want to remedy the situation, you need to make the decision to cut the ties with the past, because the past is really holding you back here. Where is your past? Stop letting it distract you and take you away from this person that you really, really gel with. In some ways, I think this person was just an escape or a way of getting back at somebody. This is maybe your energy might be their energy, but it's giving you some insight, I hope, because it's kind of eye-opening over here. There's a person who's really your soulmate, but you got to like cut out all the other bullshit and listen to your heart to give them room to come in, because right now you're kind of following your ego and compromising, maybe just to like get at somebody, or to try to like be with somebody just because you think they're with somebody or something like that. It's not listening to your heart. Let's move on. If you like this reading so far, please like the reading and share it on your social media platforms, because that really helps the channel. I have a second channel. It's called Astrology Motivation. Leo, please go check it out. That's where I post my weekly astrology forecasts, my weekly astrology motivation videos, and my daily tarot card readings, which I do live Monday through Friday on Instagram. You can find me at born_without_boundaries. I hope to see you there, because I'd love for you to join the live chats. But Astrology Motivation is the bomb, and I'm trying to grow that channel. So I'd love it if you subscribe to that channel too. Leo. Milk and honey, but it's in reverse. This is big losses. You took big hits. And milk and honey usually is 3D abundance. You took big hits to your 3D abundance. And you feel it. You feel the loss. You feel that, let's put it this way, that life is not as sweet as it used to be. You've stepped down. And that's not like you. Leo, or they have, and it's pride, it's ego. That could be self-deceiving. This could be you could be a very spiritual person, and you could be self-deceiving, trying to trick yourself into thinking that things are okay when they're not. Oh, Malachite, prosperity. There is a positive shift in your flow of divine support. This means that whether you expect it or not, the divine is going to step in to help you out, because it honestly hates to see you in so much pain. It doesn't want to see you like this, Leo. And it knows that you're sort of incorrectly directed and needs to be shifted back. So what's happening to you right now in this energy is that redirection. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but it's very simple. You're getting redirected. Let's go into your animal totem cards. These are important because these are the symbols that the universe uses, or how the universe uses the natural world to communicate with you. So let's see what animal totems are going to be calling to you or coming to you right now in this energy. If you see a picture, a poster, a logo of this animal or the animal itself, don't only think about the meaning that I'm going to tell you, but pay attention to everything that's happening around you. Because it's not only a message, it's also a pay attention. Pay attention. Be at home, wombat spirit. Where are you most at home? That's green. Where? The heart chakra. Your heart is your home. Go home. Have you traveled away from home? It's like it's almost like you miss your home. You want home, but you're not away. Trust in divine detours. You took a wrong turn. You took a wrong turn away from home. This is Coyote, but he's in reverse. Coyote in reverse is just like that fox card. It's very foxy. It's very shifty. It's untrustworthy. It's deceptive. And you took a wrong turn. I think you fooled yourself, to totally be honest with you, Leo. And I love you guys, but you literally took a wrong turn with this one. Leo. Transformation through the great love that holds you in its embrace. You are moment by moment transforming to ever greater light, ever greater oneness, and ever greater wisdom. This is a growth opportunity for you, right? And sometimes the only way that we can learn is through failure. Making you realize, holy shit, I didn't know I had it in me to be so self-deceptive, to be so desperate, to be so, go against my heart. I've never done this before. What's going on? There's pain. There's pain, there's suffering, there's hurt, there's sorrow. I can feel it through the cards. There's all of these things that it's like, do you hate yourself for not being perfect? What level of perfection do you always have to attain for you to feel pride in yourself? How about just happiness? Kindness. A kind gesture rekindles your belief in the power of love. Remember to be kind to yourself. If you can't find a way to be kind to yourself, Leo, and love yourself, Leo, then somebody else is going to come in there and do it for you, and you're going to be dependent on that somebody else instead of dependent on who you should be dependent on, which is yourself. Like when you're not giving, in other words, when you're not giving you your self-love, real love, not arrogance, not conceit, not bragging, but really unconditional love. When you're not giving yourself unconditional love, it's easy to get wrapped up in somebody who pretends to, or it's easy to desperately seek that love somewhere else. And it may not be up to the standard that you really deserve. I'm going to go further into tarot. The link is below. I hope to see you guys over there. Bye, Leo.